We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing here, Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already done.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Derrick Henry with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now Purdy. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This defense for the Dolphins, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, It always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. George Pickens, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah. Well.
Taken from about the 12. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Purdy. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. And this one is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Back to throw again. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Was that a design pass or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st down, Purdy. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Cisco. And the Browns are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Purdy looking to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 10. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second down and 8. Now back to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Finds Pickens outright. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards on the play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Touchdown, Browns. Equanimous St. Brown. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And this one's incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 4. Got an open man. It's Pickens. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They go play action here on 1st down.
This will be caught downfield by Gage.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards.
York able to send this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 61 yards. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
George Pickens
with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. On first down, it's Purdy. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Purdy from the gun on third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Blesson Austin. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He'll look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. O.J. Howard. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line.